Elections are the lifeblood of our democracy. Yet for too long, Pennsylvanians have taken the importance of voting for granted. Until now. Community advocates across Pennsylvania are reaching out to eligible voters in record numbers and asking them to participate in their democracy by voting. The importance of having every citizen vote in every election has never been more evident.
My name is Shannon Williams. I'm the Manager of Advocacy and Policy for the Urban League of Philadelphia. What we basically are doing now is a big Occupy the Vote initiative. 10 to 11 Urban League affiliates are doing it. We think that one thing that's happening in Philadelphia is that there aren't a lot of GOTV efforts. So after the election, once that dies down, we're going to start focusing more on policy issues that are affecting the Philadelphia community. What we try and do, make sure people are out there voting, not just in this election, but that they know that it's important for every single election to vote.
Voting matters. That's why the work that Urban League is doing is so important. Voting is the most important thing that we can do as citizens.
Voting matters because lives are dependent on it. Voting matters because people died for us to vote. Voting matters because it is the one powerful thing that we have as an individual to be able to express our voice among many, many other voices.
But not only just voting is important, understanding the process is important. Every election has its consequences. Elected officials are looking at specifically at those areas that vote.
So the Philadelphia chapter of the Urban League, we call ourselves affiliates of the national movement. We have been around for 95 years. The National Urban League, in conjunction with its affiliates for the entire year of 2012, has been on a campaign called Occupy the Vote. The voices were saying, hey, we don't want to be overlooked. We are part of something that is bigger. We need a voice. We've started a campaign around voting. Americans typically come out for presidential elections. We all think that they're big things. But what we want to do with this campaign is really emphasize the importance of every election.
We talk a lot about equal opportunity in this country, and on election day, every citizen is equal. And it's an amazing thing when you get close to it. Every single person is equal to every other because everyone is worth one vote.
The work that the Urban League does with younger voters and with youth is crucial. They can really come to understand fully that their vote matters, that elections are powerful, that voting empowers not only them but their community. And they can learn that, and if they learn that, they will vote for the rest of their lives. And even the votes they have today will determine the quality of the rest of their lives.
Since its inception, the Urban League have registered thousands of voters who had never been asked to participate in their democracy, empowering a new generation of citizens.
Around engagement, what I'm hoping will come out of the work we're doing with Occupy the Vote over this sort of longer campaign season is to really help people understand how public policy works. It takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of folks on the same page pushing an issue for it to get resolved. And so if you look at history, if you look at the Civil Rights Act and how that came about, it didn't come about overnight. It came about over years and years of mobilizing and galvanizing and people sort of getting around the issue to the point that it had to be dealt with. We really want to see is people get engaged on that level again. Some young people that actually were working in the National Urban League office over the summer. One young lady who said her great-grandmother had lived in the segregated South and had not been able to vote until she was a grown-up. And so she promised herself that she would never not vote because she's given honor to her great-grandmother. Sometimes, we don't give young people the credit that they're due. As I age, I start to sometimes question, are we passing things down? Do young people understand the critical importance of policy and how it affects us? When I hear that coming from the voice of a young person, that's very moving to me.